Thank you so much for staying with Sunrise. Our master Indonesian musician and Jamaica saxophonist are currently promoting their debut single titled Nice to Meet You. Let's welcome Emil, Kamal, and Geoff Rhone to share more. Good morning, gentlemen, and nice to meet you.
Good morning. Nice to meet you too.
Let's talk a little bit now, because I'm curious to know, how did this partnership, how did it all begin? I'm going to start with you, Geoff.
Well, actually, I've always been inclined to play some sort of musical instrument. Growing up in Jamaica,
Yes.
I had to play piano lessons. I'm from Mandeville, and I just had this from above. Something said, "Hey, how about playing the sax?" So I went out, bought a sax, and I said, "How do I find a teacher?" So I looked locally. Yeah, I wasn't feeling the vibe, and I went on a website that had international teachers. And I just saw Emil, and I said, I read the reviews, and then we connected. It was like somebody I knew in another life that we're connecting now, because the synergy is unbelievable. I really can't explain it, But I refer to him only as my brother now, because the synergy and what we do is I can't really explain it. I mean, like the song, I said, let's do something, and I may be theoretical in terms of planning, but he is a college-trained musician, so he writes and creates. So when the synergies come together, something really happens.
Interesting. But Emil, you're involved in music, or with music, more than I can possibly begin to imagine, from your parents and the genres in Indonesia and what you've studied in college. Let's talk about that.
Oh, okay. My family is all musicians. So my father influenced to me or my brother, and my father just almost all sons, like three of sons, going to high music school, and then to music college. And my first instrument is oboe, actually. And I interest to wind instrument. So after oboe, I continue learn flute, clarinet, saxophone, and I sometimes when I'm on stage, I play saxophone, and other song I play flute, like that. And when in Indonesia, in Jakarta City, I started playing with the big band, orchestra sometime, and when I was in Bali, I create some of world music. So jazz music and mixed with traditional music, Balinese traditional music.
Right.
Like gamelan. So it's called timplit, like a bamboo instrument. So we mix with jazz music, and we make one album for that collaboration.
Right, and hence the reason you're referred to as the Indonesian master musician. Now, Geoff, at what point did you decide to do this particular single? Let's talk a little bit about that. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, there was an interruption. Can you kindly repeat?
Okay. At what point did both of you decide to do this particular single, Nice to Meet You?
Well, it happened maybe after 4 months of training. We had classes online maybe 2-3 times a week. And again, it's just some divine intervention said, let's do something. I mean, I really can't explain it, and it just happened. And then my nephew, who is Addis Pablo, he collaborated with us on it. And then since then, we have a little team. It's myself, Emil. I have another young lady, Tia. She plays the gamelan, which is a indigenous instrument in Bali that's been around since 250 AD. And she's joining the team, and we're creating up, a lot of things. So there's a song out now called Trip to Bali. And there's other stuff that we're working on. It's just amazing.
Okay. What's the message behind this Nice to Meet You? Talk to me about the inspiration.
Well, the message really about it's nice to meet Emil, because there's nothing else. It was really nice to meet him, because it's funny. I didn't suggest it. I said a lot of times I say, Emil, let's do this, and he comes back and like, how did you figure that out? So he says, nice to meet you. So that's it. So when we shot the video, he says, I said, I'm going to shoot it in Wynwood because I live in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what is Emil going to do? So I never tell him what he wants to do. He goes in front of this museum in Tokyo. That's exactly what I've gone. They will create the thing. So I was like, So it's interesting.
Well, it's a beautiful single, Emil. But talk to us about how people are reacting to this single.
So about rating, we and Geoff Rhone YouTube channel. He post in YouTube channel, and I also post in my TikTok, and so we like and some of reggae Indonesian musician so interested that music. So I'm so glad that and we will do next. We already has new song Trip to Bali after Nice to Meet You, and we have one more single. It's called Trip to Bali. That's a more sound is more traditional.
Mm-hmm.
We have a sape instrument. It's from Borneo, and then I play flute, and that's a melodic. I choose that Pelok traditional melody, so that makes a more like a different different sound.
Right.
With other.
So when do you plan to come to Jamaica? Listen, Geoff and Emil, is there a plan to visit this beautiful island home called Jamaica?
Well, I'm always there. I go at least once every 3 months. But he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Yeah. So maybe I will create like how about create a Jamaican culture or Jamaican I don't know what it's maybe Geoff Rhone will tell me about Jamaican, and I will create some music that more Jamaican, because we will do it.
All right. So 2023 seems quite bright. So let's talk a little quickly. I mean, how can individuals follow your work on social media so that they can support your music and learn a little bit more about both of you?
Well, there's a lot on social media, on YouTube, and it's happening very quickly. So we're doing YouTube, we're doing TikTok, we're doing channels. Emil has a channel. He has a catalog of maybe 94 songs already.
Mm-hmm.
So this new immersion is a little bit the direction, but what we're doing is that we're sort of giving messages in the music. So it's not lighthearted like some derogatory comments. It's always about a message. So the first one is Nice to Meet You. Second one is Trip to Bali, about the experience of me going to Bali.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is about climate change. We got to fix it. So there are a lot of things integral about what's happening in Bali and Japan, where Emil lives, and in Miami, where I live, because it's maybe 6, 7 feet above sea level. So the thread is there. So each song we do is about a message, because we're trying to transcend something that's a little different.
Right.
So
Well, I wish both of you very, very all the success that you can think of, and wish you very well.
Thank you.
Or wish you well in everything that you choose to do from this day forward. And thank you so much for sharing your stories. You're both talented gentlemen. And happy holidays and all the best for 2023.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.